А я кажу вам добрий ранок. А я кажу вам вітаю. А я кажу вам, як ваші справи. Добрий вечір. Кажу я з жартом, бо насправді ранок. Привіт-привіт. Будемо от влітати на матч Ecstatic проти Fnatic. Сьогодні отака от історія. Теплому худаку Наві. Сидимо, готуємось дивитись. Добрий вечір, саме так. Привіт-привіт. Всіх радий бачити. Ой, багато у нас тем для обговорення сьогодні. Ой, багато. Ой, багато. Євробачення, Катовіце. Ой, мама рідна, ой, мама, бережи мене, будь ласка. Це його. Пістолетний раунд. Ті екстатіки дуже хочуть забрати саме під аплантом. Оп-оп-оп, Фір на 9, Фір поки виживає. Бімба встановлюється. Давно прокинувся? Ну, дивіться. Засинав десь близько 3:45, прокинувся десь в годині і вирішив не спати, а вже поспати після стріма.
Здорово всем,
Можна,
кто чё началил,
звичайно,
кто зашел,
треба.
делитесь.
Нат-нат, who is there? 4 фраги від цього чолов'яги. Отак от. За моя Машенька не виграла, ну кабумчик. Дівчина, звичайно, гарна, але пісня не та. Ну і трохи мені здавалося в моментах трошки якось по вокалу, ну, можна було наче й краще. Нут-нут прокинувся, подивіться на його обличчя. Це чолов'яга, який, ну, от такий, засинає о 9 вечора, прокидається о 7 ранку, ну, у нього все класно. Поклав 500 на першу мапу. А краще б, друже, поклав 500 на вивід. Ну, подивимось, що тут у нас на першій мапі закінчиться. Зараз по кеку від Fnatic. Метіс мутиться, оп-оп-оп, нормально. З віспа навалює. Також, до речі, стрімчики на ютубі є. Там у нас вже 33 людинки. Непогано, мені здається. Ну, ребаунд. Я про це і, в принципі, хотів сказати, але...
Ну чё, 2-0, пока что все легко.
Якось нахабно буде, ні?
Я что залил, что статики заберут одну карту, поэтому топлю за них немного.
2-0, друзі, 2-0. Ecstatic попереду. Зараз буде збройний раунд. Let's go дивитись. Та я бачу, ребаунд не соромиться. Розумію. Так, ну що ж. Фір на хаті, моліком йому там нормально. Хотіли ніжки підігріти. Але знайшов там спейс, де не горить чолов'яга. Ребаунд. Репутація в чаті все ж таки має значення, ні? Як вам Канівест? Сьогодні тільки побачив, що чел пише, що чел постить. Мама рідна. Може ви не в курсі? Так там чувака прорвало. Дай Боже. І взагалі світ, мені здається, йде по одному місцю. Взагалі. Та ні, кабумчик. Там вже дружина, це минулий етап. Щось нове, да. Чувак в Твіттері чмиріть, ладно, ну, коротше, кидає там ці свастони, каже там в усім відомому, ну, блін, я не знаю, як це сказати, щоб на твічі не попасти, як то.
А, так это 3-0. Сейчас будет
Прославляє
4-0.
фюрера
За атаку на нюке пока хорошо.
і
Пока врач заходит все.
зізнається, що він є нацистом. Отак от. Саме так. Художнику австрійському, да, там пости, там же і від серця до сонця летить, скріншоти, все таке. Коротше. Чувак нормально, а потім порнуху, коротше, кидає свій цей твіттер-аккаунт на 33 лями людей. Тупо кидає 10 постів з порнухою, прикиньте. Конкретно поплавало, там взагалі у чувака вообще веселуха. Да. Там і сьогодні вночі він деактивував свій твіттер-аккаунт. Я думав, його забанили нарешті, ні. Він деактивував аккаунт.
Че, неужели легкие деньги будут?
Вообще.
Что-то пока фнатиков вообще нету здесь. Ну, по пикам, в принципе, у статиков шанс одну карту забрать большой достаточно. Ну и они эту пока не выиграли. Ну, как будто бы все неплохо идет.
Схоже 4-0. Да, Зевс, це взагалі треш. Я тільки зараз зрозумів, що ізіки це ж ці шмотка Нівеста, да? Я ж, ну, чув, але я ж не знав, що це його. Я взагалі такий не дуже шаромодний. Не дуже шарю в моді. Ну такое. Коротше, чувак взагалі лютий ідіот. Мені шкода його дружину. Як же він її, напевно, мучає, а? Просто жах. Ребаунд, вона на це погодилась. Ха.
Че, хоть в чатик-то напишите, кто за кого.
Та вона
Или вы
буде
просто так смотрите?
по-любому. Вона в полоні у цього виродка, мені здається. Вона нічого не може зробити. Він
Ошалеть, Кримс не
пост виклав
убивает.
в Твіттер
Такой
цей
легкий
відос.
килл был.
Там оцей Підіді бив свою цю жінку якусь чи дівчину, не знаю. Він каже, от що означає справжня любов чи щось таке. Тобто ми розуміємо, ми можемо провести паралелі дуже прості. Ладно. 5/4. Фраг тут від Ecstatic є стартовий. Слухайте, на 5-0 навіть можуть вийти. Ну, їх пік, звичайно, але все одно. Фнатики поки слабовато. Та це лютий звездос відбувається, що там в голові просто насрано і я не знаю, що там відбувається. Просто лютий треш. Що, бімба буде встановлюватись? Тут на ретейк сенсу йти нема, напевно. Мені здається, світ реально йде в велику-велику сраку.
5-0. Сейчас выход на шестой
Ну,
будет.
декілька
Пока
днів
все
ще
хорошо.
залишилось до фінішу.
Пока ставочка
Ну,
живет.
там, да, довго, довго. Це взагалі лютий трешак. Якось активно починає форситись нацистська ідеологія і просто треш. Не знаю. Знаєте, я бачив десь таку картинку цікаву, що кожен там часовий проміжок, ну, історія циклічна, і постійно після якоїсь там війни великої, після великого конфлікту, катаклізму якогось, відбувається такий процес. Там 10 років люди відновлюються від цієї кризи, 20 років вони там щось вибудовують і якби знаходять щось нове, винаходять. Потім іде там ще 10 років якогось стабільного життя, і потім 10 років готується новий конфлікт, нова якась криза.
Ну, походу 5-1.
Типа,
Потом 5-2, наверное, 5-3 и поехала, как
дуже
всегда.
схожа історія. І скоро
Все по одной
почнеться,
схеме.
напевно, почнеться Третя світова, і ніхто нічого з цим не зробить. Які б там не були організації і альянси. Просто світ іде в пизду, м'яко кажучи. Так, окей. 2 інтрі фраги нарешті є для Fnatic. У них байраунд. Пір поки що без фрагів. Бурмилов 3/4. Прошу, де велика демка. Ну да, Зевс. Меті за Крім за ноги видно. Крімс. Ого.
Ой-ой-ой. Как будто может быть 6-0 сейчас. Хотя они все без хп. Но поинт открыли, да. Бурмилов промазывает Савика. Сейчас вот ему на килл найти. Раз, два. Изи, 6-0.
Бистрий трансфер. Дякую, великий Ільянес. Я вітаю ребаунда з сабочкою. Вітаю, друже. Дякую, великий друже. Респект, повага. Цілую в пузо.
Сейчас 5 секунд подождите.
Да, Крімс дарма спалився, Бурмилову тут треба сейвити. Да, 6-0.
To go through. This is, you know, I guess the motions of the oceans that they have to accept, that sometimes it's going to be a rocky road till you get to that stable part. Bermilov, I mean, he's got the op to save. That's the best he can do. And even that doesn't really matter. It's about to be 6-0. So whatever you do here, whether you like it or not, you've lost the plot, and he doesn't even save. He loses the op, as he said. Quite unfortunate. Yeah.
All right, let's continue then. With Ecstatic now another round of the board, they're, well, having a great start at their map pick. T side as well, and all is wonderfully being played right now. What we really want to see, signs of life, right? So far, Nuke's been pretty good for Fnatic.
Yeah, I agree. It has. It's worked out pretty well.
Zero. Oh. Great opening, and
Bro.
well, that at least is going to let Blamer know they've got some more players to contend with, and he's got away with 2.
Wow.
Not going to be punished for it. Steals back the advantage. Suddenly now, another chance to not lose to 3.
Let's hope they take it.
Oh. 0.
Yeah.
I like the attempt here, the gusto for the ladder spam.
The fact that he's on the ladder and takes a shot is kind of cracked, yeah. Imagine if you had 100% accuracy.
Almost.
What?
He knows he's got a chance to hit that.
Yeah.
He's hit that before, I think, but
Yeah, probably why he takes
Nonetheless.
the chance in the first place.
Bermilov with another one found. There's only now 2 remaining, and they know where Sierra used to be, but he's walked all the way back, joining his teammate. Together, looking to cook up a clutch. They should have seen the bomb as well, or not?
Ну чё, 6-1
Nobody's on
похоже.
BB, especially.
Главное,
Now,
чтобы не
Crim's moving
6-6.
down, and I think Bermilov as well is being added on top of that. Fear joining him. So they seem to have recognized the dangers of a B push, and putting 3 players down here kind of indicates that. Here
That
comes
is a
the door short
Very
open.
cheeky peek. I like that they go for it again. Now those Zero.
Oh no, oh
One,
no.
They don't recognize the door.
Мог забрать, кстати, с двоих. И 2 в 2 бы
Or at
остались.
least don't recognize that wide swing coming through. So it's going to cost them one more player. But hey, that's a round for Fnatic. We've got something. Signs of life now for them. 7 rounds in for a CT side round.
Yep.
You do the numbers there. I don't think that's how it's supposed to go on paper.
No, usually it's the other way around, where the CTs are leading by this margin, not the Ts. But hey, ever to each their own. Maybe there's a plan behind it. Maybe Fnatic know what they're doing. Maybe they don't. We'll find out soon enough regardless, as we get ready for round number 8.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe they've taken a page off the Finnish Counter-Strike book, and first they give
Ай-яй.
them then the
Хороший дроп, но не убил.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Сейчас
Whatever
Сангара
that
убьют.
means, exactly. Your Finnish
All right, let's see.
witchcraft doesn't have any effect on
Блин,
me.
так
Great
офигенно
openings,
все было. Я не
Great
знаю.
trades, and suddenly
Зря слили.
the T side, they were looking good for a second, and then Fnatic strike. They want to get the second one to the board because they know exactly what rounds like this will do. Getting these back-to-back rounds, get yourself some momentum going on. Onto the side, spam.
Ай-яй. Ай-яй,
Things
Бурмилов.
divided to one word. It's great for
Его
Nat.
здесь нет. Здорово, здорово.
The aim delivers him 2. And Krim's left on his lonesome. We mentioned him. Didn't have the greatest start here, but now it's a chance to bring up one versus 2 instead. Clutch up this round because Fnatic, you can't afford to lose the man advantage again here, surely.
No. You cannot.
Ну вот,
Oh,
как так
yeah,
можно
he's playing
отыграть?
to perfection.
Не
Unlevel's
знаю.
just giving away information, throwing
Просто
all
спиной
that
стоит
into
к
it.
дверям.
Crim's never even made a sound on the side.
Well played, Crims. Good win. 1 versus 2. Clutches it out and secures the W for the squad.
Че, ты заливал на кого-то, Берн?
Took a moment, took a while, but they do it nonetheless.
And so we move on. Okay, now I'm still surprised by the way that Ecstatic have this much money.
I'm not. They've
I
won
mean, 3
6
rounds in a row here for or 2 rounds in a row for Fnatic, and Ecstatic
Yeah.
still got to bank a little bit
Yeah,
remaining
fair.
on Priest 2-0 and on Lily as well.
Сейчас,
It's
если
very
статик
fair.
раунд заберут, ресет экономики будет. Но я чувствую, тут 4-6
They've
будет.
done a good job at managing it, yeah.
А потом
I
какой-нибудь
think big
7-5.
ups go to TMB for holding that, you know, for probably making the calls. Don't buy don't buy helmets when you don't need to. Don't buy. Well, you do usually against on the T side, but don't buy
Ну, конечно, конечно.
unnecessary utilities if you're not intending to use them, etc. You can manage it pretty well if you do, but
Oh, that's the bomb.
oh
TMB,
boy, blame
no good
F.
calls here.
Oh yeah.
Missed shots, not punished, but hello, there's another man. Name is Sierra, and from the secret stairs, he'll pop up for 1 while on 8. Finally got Fear with a couple of frags of his own. It was 0-7, it was going James Bond, by the way. Now suddenly 3 kills, he showed up into the game, and Fnatic, they are looking yet again for that next round. And Bermilov will find a bit of impact, drops the bomb again, and that should signal the end of the round, unless Sierra's about to hit some nasty headshots.
You never know.
We know he can.
Yeah.
The situation just seems a bit out of reach.
Does he though? Is the question, right?
I'm gonna wager no.
I'm gonna have to agree with you here, Chief. Doesn't look
Now-
like he will.
Here's my question. Did Sierra was Sierra the one with 2.7?
Чё, кто на кого заливал?
There is a reason or a
Делитесь.
chance we could see Ecstatic forcing back up to the next one.
Good question. No clue.
Because if he
Legitimately.
doesn't, or if he had a 2.4k, that also works. I mean, with a kill to his side, he could drop an AK. We'll see in a moment, but this next round is going to be incredibly important for Ecstatic. They've got a little bit of lost bonus as well to work with on the rest. So 3 AKs at least. So let's see. Yeah, no, Sierra cannot drop an AK, but
А,
rest of
просто
the
на
lineup
победу
something
Fnatic?
fairly
Ну, нормально вроде.
alright at least.
Неплохо. Но там 1-3 было. Как будто бы статики
We're
неплохо.
about to
Ну,
find out.
напикали карты неплохо. Maybe даже
How well
выиграть
this
могут,
buy
на самом
will
деле.
do.
А, первая карта.
Not bad at all. The buy. To be fair, I mean, you've only got one Galil and one Mac 10. I think you can take that
Первая
as a
карта
W,
это, конечно,
if you're
да.
Ecstatic, given what you'd usually have in such circumstances.
Ну, Fnatic нюк неплохой. Если так подумать.
Now we're going to be seeing a little bit of inside control playing into lobby. It seems like Ecstatic want to play it fast and loose. I
Yes,
can't blame
Fear, let's
them.
get it.
Good start for the IGL.
Talks a lot about him on Passion UA.
Oh yeah, we are big
System's
fans.
Fantastic.
Big fans. Still are in a way.
Yeah, just need a little bit of time, right? It,
Yeah.
it takes a lot of a change from him as well, I'm sure.
Ну, а
from
статик за КТ
pretty much living in his
65%.
year, at least half of the year,
Так что Фнатика
with
может
your
6 не
players in
хватить.
team-house, preparing for the major and for the year.
Ну да, у них хороший
Yeah,
нюк.
swapping
Могут
everything.
вполне
It is
выиграть.
a big change, and swapping to an English-speaking team on top of that as well. A lot of changes. Blame F though for him. He's just a steady rock at the moment. 1 and 2, potentially a 3. Fear could find this one, and Lelele's a bit awkward in terms of the fight at the moment. Not ready for it, and this one is about to come to an end. And Fnatic, they want to keep it clean as well.
I like it.
The force buy for Ecstatic, hey, it's not worked out, and suddenly we're looking at 5 on Fnatic from this round alone.
Чё там, какой
Forced
кэф
by
был?
the decision to go for
1,7,
it.
да, где-то?
And I gotta say, I really like the change for Fnatic here. Just very patient, no one officially challenging outside at all. And just blame F holding steady.
Yeah.
Oh, that's one surely.
Да блин, это же CCT. Типа CCT, оно
Blame
всегда
for
такое
blame,
странное.
but that's it.
Всегда вопросы вызывает.
So,
Beyond that,
Fnatic.
completely cleaned up
Тут
behind
типа
Fnatic,
не
and now,
скажешь даже точно.
yeah, Ecstatic, they might be caught up to 6-6.
Yeah, they are gonna
Тут
be caught up
камбэк,
to.
как всегда,
There's no money
походу.
in the bank, so
Либо
this
7-5
has
за
to be a half
статиками.
buy at best, an eco at worst, and
I mean,
at this
yeah,
point,
full loss bonus, you'll leave $1,000, you're good.
pretty much.
So there is going to be weaponry on Ecstatic, and sometimes, right, with especially the pace that Ecstatic have shown us so far, it's been this sort of slower map control rounds.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised to see if this one does at least get him a bomb plant, maybe a couple of kills, Fnatic getting caught out of position. But for now, it's just plenty of utilities, a couple of smokes down as well. Is that the lurk smoke into main? No.
No.
So Na'Vi do that a little bit as well. Oh! Hello, Nuts.
Wow, that deagle shot is insane. That opens up the whole B side. That opens up the whole.
and TMB
half.
now. TMB, hello,
Oh,
he's
the
got
Tech
you on
9.
zone. Oh no, this is the problem. The round's collapsing. And that's the faster pace you're not ready for. You miss a shot, your players are not in rotation. That has suddenly become a save. Well. Ecstatic say no thank you, get out. Their map pick. They're taking this first half. Already, even with the 6, they would have been very, very happy. Just, you put it on paper, you say 6-16.
Ну вот, сейчас, как всегда, 7-5, типа, как я и
The
говорю.
way they start,
Они сейчас взяли, сейчас
absolutely they
сольют.
can claim more rounds than
Пистолетку
they are.
может быть и да. А может быть и нет.
They do.
And it just
7
plays
is
into
amazing.
it just plays into every single thing we talk about on this map as well.
Ну,
Like
говорю,
the sort of
статика
default
защита
you try to
получше, может
condition
быть,
them.
что-нибудь
Yeah.
придумают.
Yeah, and Fnatic, they were just not ready for
Мне бы
this
хотя бы,
very
чтобы они
fast
карту
play.
забрали одну.
Oh, absolutely.
And
Хорошо, в
especially, I
принципе.
mean, who's gonna be ready for that? Let's be fair. But DMB here seals the deal, and then it's just too much pressure being put on Grims.
Yeah, the Tech 9 is fantastic. TMB, right position, right time, and absolutely abuses that to its perfection. Ecstatic finds 7. This is looking like a very good first half. Could be 8-4 even if they continue down this path. I mean, hell, it wouldn't be surprised if they make it 8-4 given how they started here. But let's get kicking into the high gear here, starting with round number 12. Last one. And honestly,
Ой-ой-ой, нифига себе.
oh. Okay, I thought it started
Блин,
really well
ты вот
for
сказал, мне даже хочется
Ecstatic.
притопить
I
на
guess I
Fnatic на
was
первый.
wrong. Yeah,
Потому что 100к это дофига.
there it is. That's effectively round done.
It's looking a lot like it, at least.
I mean,
And there we go.
wow. It's pretty straightforward, actually.
Can't do much about that, can you?
No, you really can't. 8-4, first half done. I mean, as much as we want to believe in Blame F, there's no point in believing here because he's got no chance, honestly. Unless something magical happens, unless he's going to be bringing in a wish somehow and 4 of them. Christu shuts it down, a 3k for the man, and that is all there is to it. Ecstatic looking good on Nuke.
Yes, they are. And like we kind of say, even with a 6-6 scoreline or 7-5, whatever it could have been, beyond that half by, you would have still said that's a good half. Now it's a great half.
It is. It is.
And this kind of now puts me in a awkward position to kind of, not awkward, a position I wasn't really ready for. Because so far, one consistent thing for Fnatic has been Burmilov in late rounds being pretty damn good. Being a very impactful part of the early games and then slowing down at times toward the end. So, I really hope that he can get something. But this is not really the map for that. So, Inferno, I feel weirdly less confident even in Inferno, man. Like, that's not an Opera's map either, so Burmilov, he might have a bit of a tough series ahead of him, but maybe. Maybe the T-Side Duke really treats him well. Because if not, it'll be his teammates who have to step up, but they will have to, no matter what. You've got Fear and Mattis already, 1 apiece. These sides vacated quickly. And to make their stands, a counter-offensive play here. CT side and walking their way in, but it's 1-2. They're guarding down at last man. Almost. And now it's down to the
Ну
last
да,
man.
он
Playmath.
засолил, в принципе, на
The Glove
боевых.
will seal the deal. Him and Fear. Couple of pieces and Fnatic.
Ну чё, 8-8
A
и камбэк.
necessary round?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely necessary round. I would agree with you here. I think Fnatic had to win this if they didn't want to lose map 1 too quickly and it going down in flames almost immediately. So yeah, it's going to be 8-5. It's going to be a good opener here for the pistol. Let's hope they can keep it up. Fnatic do need at least a few more rounds to kind of buckle themselves in and get ready for what comes next, which is the hard comeback. First getting 3 rounds and then beginning the actual win itself. As we jump into action, round 14, it's going to be a force buy for the CTs. Are we surprised? The answer should be no, I think, and that's about it.
Yeah, not surprised, just a bit disappointed. Right, you have an 8-5 lead. You can play that first gun round 3.
Чё, кто еще началил?
Little less utility.
Делитесь.
Even if it's very important here. If the force buy is
Кто-то за
puts
статик
things into
топит
an
еще?
8-7 perspective almost immediately if you end up losing this, and we started off at least with the entire outside control for Fnatic. They're going for the default here. It's going fairly well. You've got Crims who's waiting for this counter aggression. You take or lose outside control. You look to take something back, so his position is fairly good here. But he's not going to receive any attention. Blamef's already in heaven. This is just a round waiting to end. And here is that Ecstatic counterplay. Take lobby. One at the top of the roof for now. That's going to be Chris, though, but the rest of Ecstatic don't really have much to say here.
Yeah, don't need to say much, really.
It's simple.
Ну,
Pretty
8-7,
much
чё?
is very good cleanup. I'm not sure why the force buy has to come through in the first place for Ecstatic. It's a discussion that I feel like I
Чё
am
значит открой? Прибавь, типа?
forced to talk
Звук
about it
прибавить?
every single time we see it. And it's that discussion of, yeah, the force buys can work, I don't mind that, but it's also how many times they don't work and we just have survivor bias, as they say. It's not exactly the same in that sense, but point, I think, stands in the same way. Like, the force buy for Ecstatic here was useless. And
просто
it's
тогда
just
меня
a
не будет
waste of a
слышно,
round. They
если я
have an
прибавлю.
8-5 lead, and instead of playing an eco and now having a full buy where they still have 2 rounds difference, they
Вроде
are now
неплохо, я
ecoing
слушаю, что там
themselves.
нормально вроде.
So
You know what I have another issue with?
yeah, hit me.
They don't even make a play in that round. It's them
Also that.
reacting to Fnatic.
And it's not even a good reaction, is it? It's just like
that's the most usual one you're gonna expect, and that's like
Yeah.
the textbook one. So Fnatic kind of know how to play that one out. There's no gimmick, no trick to it, and you lose aim duels.
exactly so. And yeah,
Lack
that
inspiration,
is
and suddenly Fnatic they look like they're in the game.
exactly so. Fnatic look like they've got what it takes to secure a W here, perhaps, as we have Matties on Unlele. It's going to be a full eco they deal with. This is easy 8-7, and we've got ourselves a pretty hefty
Bye-bye.
bite-sized duel here. Blame F, Crims shuts it down, and that is all there is to it.
Yeah, this is now 2 clean rounds for Fnatic, by the way.
Yeah.
And suddenly Economy Big Boom's getting the investment portfolio explodes. And Ecstatic, now they get these guns. And if they lose this one, it just lets Fnatic have the entire runway. The tarmac is ready for them to take off here.
Yeah.
So, Ecstatic, it's your mapping. You gotta show us a good CT side
Something?
now. Because Fnatic, while, yeah, an 8-4 half CT side or 4-8, not great. They've now come back into it.
I mean, if they can bring it back on this second half, yeah, they won't care. And
Yes,
the
they can.
entries, yep, they can. That's gonna be enough.
Trade it
Unlele.
out.
Ну всё, походу.
Unlele's dead. He gets
Статики
killed
эту
in
не
nade.
выигрывают
It's down to the last
с
two
такой
in heaven.
игрой.
The nade will bring them down to half HP at best, and at worst, finish the job. As this is a clean round again, almost for Fnatic. Yeah,
Clean
this
to-
is.
That is clean in terms of the trading and
Yeah.
execution.
Yeah. Like,
Ecstatic, they didn't have counter utility. That's an issue,
No,
right?
no,
Like,
not only
where
that.
was that? The setup
They-
was a bit lacking. They tried to
Yeah.
spam from mid. I do at least respect the attempt to trade it out even further. But that still was very well played with Fnatic. They were crispy on the trades. That's all you really need. And They just cleaned it out.
And it's not only that, it's also the fact that this is now tied. Ecstatic had a fair chance. We said it before. If they play their odds, if they play their advantage, they could win the round. They could make a difference. Instead, they're now having to fight against effectively the same score where they're already losing. They're about to start losing. Like, it's going to be 9-8. There is no doubt anymore in my mind, and I think in anybody's mind, really. This will be an advantage for, of course, Fnatic. And all of that because you force buy instead of buying. Instead of ecoing, excuse me.
Yeah, now it doesn't necessarily mean the round was going to be, or the outcome was going to be too different, but it still
No, it might
put
not,
them in this
but
trap, almost. It's kind of led them to here, and Fnatic, like we say, they have the runway.
yeah.
And this is the round where they're going to confirm the takeoff. From 8-4 down, tied, and the CT side, at least this time, they're making more plays in this half buy. I do enjoy that. Nuke is a map where the CT side can get up in your face.
Yeah.
Up in your business, pretty much.
It can get a little bit
That is
nasty.
something I really like to see. And if you've had the unfortunate pleasure of playing against me, you know I'm gonna run lobby and go up the ladder every single round because it just works. Way too good. Here, Fear and Burmilov left in the 2-on-2 suddenly with a half buy that's given away more than it should have, perhaps. And it's taken down another one. Burmilov left in a clutch. This is where we do say he kind of does shine, but through the smoke. Finds the first, and there's the quick trade, 5-7.
Ну, как всегда, слив пистолетом, все одинаково на этом CCT.
Prophesized at the beginning of this one, but Ecstatic instead.
Хотя у них денег, блин, дофига.
Stealing
До
one
конца
back,
игры
taking
уже.
own number 9. They know where they have to be in this. They know they have to win this. We had questions about their form as well coming into this one, but one man we haven't really had much to say just yet about is Unlelele. And
Yeah.
we talk about him. He's the one who needs to activate here, and that's what he's
Absolutely.
doing.
Absolutely. He's doing a great job. He's starting to wind up the process in his own favor, and things are looking on the up and up, to be fair. Like, Anlele seems to be doing all the right things, right?
Oh, yeah. Great flashbangs from Crims. Fully blinded, good trade, and this is very clean for Fnatic with the trading. Oh, that's not. Maybe it is. Crims still gets it. You've got another matter toward the side. No more, actually. TMB did disengage, but he still picked off another one, and now in heaven. He's going to make a little bit of noise, perhaps try to make him think. Might be a main heaven retake. This does give Christo a lot of time and space to maneuver around. First headshot, though, is TMB down. And Christo walks in, 1v2, needs to get this one, and this one play at least low on HP. That's the one he just spotted. A P2K bullet will do. Get rid of him, but it is the first one. Second one, he knows where he's at. Can't take the AK. Fakes the bomb plant or defuse once. No
kit
from
means
Burmilov.
he's lost
Swinging
the
for
round
it.
regardless.
It's no versus all. You swing for it.
Так он успел.
And on the defuse, Christo should
Офигеть.
have this one with a second or two to spare. 1 versus 2, and Ecstatic. Now they're back in it.
Yes, they are. I am a little bit perplexed how they allow him to win there, but they win nonetheless. And with that out of the way, it seems like the stars will align. Ecstatic back on track after a bit of an excruciating start. A few mistakes too many. And 10-8 will kind of tell the story of what we've been seeing so far, which is effectively a lot of W's for... Of course, for Ecstatic. A tactical pause. Second one. Gonna have to discuss this. And if I'm Fnatic, I'm deciding to step it up here. I would go far more aggro, far more a faster approach really is what I'd be looking to pull out.
Really? I mean, 'cause I already say they're going fairly aggressive myself. Right, you blame after last round as well, him and Matisse.
I think
Before that as well,
the thing is,
trading out from A main.
it's all good
They've
that they
gone for
try,
a Holly, excuse me. Like,
but
they've
if
been
you're
going for it.
yeah, but the problem is if you're
Fast.
committing to it, you need to commit with everybody, not just one or two players.
Что-то у
right? That's
Fnatic
one of the
деньги
bigger
пропали
problems we've
куда-то.
been
По
noticing
10
in
тысяч
teams
вроде
in
было.
general. Committing to aggression and not actually putting
чё,
multiple
10-10,
players
как
behind it.
всегда?
Blame F finds a free
Поехали.
kill though, and Lele lets himself be caught. Nut. We'll find Mattis, Christu on ramp, and was that the op? Wait, Christu had the op, didn't he?
I think so.
Yeah, he just stands on a very one and done spot corner. That's awkward. Well, I guess that's it.
The micro of Counter-Strike. Sometimes you need to position yourself a bit better. For now, the retake, and it started off as Syrah, quick on the first. Maybe a little bit of fear though. They have been now seen as the price for this, and Blame F in events will find one more. TMB all up to him. It's not happening, and Fnatic, yet another round they'll be picking up here. Fight continues. And financial troubles is still plaguing Ecstatic here, it seems. Because they've got a couple players who could buy something here. Christu goes with the hero rifle, sells it immediately. So we are going to be seeing most likely just a half buy here. And we continue. After this short tactical timeout, as Fnatic, I'm a bit surprised they don't want to call it. Sure,
Фига себе, 25 человек, здорово всем.
do you like at least the fact that
Делитесь в
they are-
чате,
it's the
что на кого
last
ставите.
time they had a half against them. What happened? A big fat L handed to them. That's what.
Yeah, they lost. So hopefully that's not going to be the
Ну
same
пока как
again
будто у
here,
Fnatic
but
первую забирают. Что-то без шансов. 34 даже человек. Привет
I
всем.
mean, Ecstatic have no business buying, obviously, so this should be 10 to...
А что-то вы все на Fnatic залили.
But
Вот уже 3 человека написало, что за 3 КФ на Fnatic. Ну, один на двойку только. 2 коэффициента. А за
Fnatic,
статиков-то что-то
they're
никто не
gonna ramp
топит.
up the aggression. Lovely. Exactly what you love to see here.
Oh, okay.
Но есть чувство, что если статики эту сливают, то это 2-0. Как будто бы.
That over, TMB gets caught. Not the ideal scenario on Lelele. Still on 18 after winning the 1 versus 1 versus Bermilov. Talk about impact, talk about him needing to activate on this team. Let's see something at least here. Let's get a kill or two to spice things up a bit.
Yeah, let's get it a little bit more interesting, right?
Shake up the financials on Fnatic. Maybe next time. But now it's suddenly a tie game.
Pretty impressive. Wouldn't you say?
Так
I
это-то
mean, given
пофиг.
how we
8-4
started.
down. Not
Это
looking
же
the
CCT.
greatest on their
Типа,
CT side to now having a
все не так, как ты
pretty
думаешь.
damn
Yep.
Всегда.
CT.
Yep, exactly. For a second, it looked like we might be.
Не знаю, я
you
больше
know,
чем уверен,
looking
как
at
будто
an
бы, что
end
статики
of
карту
the-
заберут у них. А
of
может
the
быть
match
даже матч.
quickly, but it seems like Ecstatic will be
Вроде
taken
бы
aback by
выглядит
the fact that
фришно.
Fnatic still have something to say about it, which is lovely. And we begin anew. It's going to be round 21, 10 to 10, tied up as best as you can be.
Ну,
Opening
4 в
Fnatic.
4, они
Yeah,
часа
but Fnatic
выходят.
as well. This kind of
На уже
conditioning from
трое.
these last few rounds that they've gone for this. Him and Blame after dropping and trading. But this time it's only just the one. Trying to confuse
А чел за винтами не читается.
Almost with this first man down, but here
Ну
comes
все,
the
11-й Fnatic.
forces. And walking in, DMB's getting caught because Fear walked out of the smoke and squeaky. And the round is swept up by Fnatic here.
11 to 10, man. Fnatic might win Nuke. That would be a pretty big upset, given what we know.
This is a Fear masterclass as well now. T side and fragging out.
Yeah, this is what Fear has been brought in to do. Honestly, like this is the whole, the whole shebang of Fear is being a player like this, an IGL like this, where he absolutely dominates his peers when you least expect it. 11-10, and we're about to enter the Twilight Zone for Ecstatic. Full eco again, as they find themselves on the edge of their seats. Their own map pick falling through.
Oh, hello. And goodbye. Goodbye, my love.
Yeah.
Blame F just holds the position here on top of Mini. We'll get to keep it for a while. Matthews again, I love the fact that we are not seeing him shy away from this duel.
Yeah.
Him and Blame F, they keep going for these fights in outside towards Mini especially. And as long as Ecstatic keep giving that kill to them or the opportunity, they'll happily take it. And if not, they'll take that space instead. Here. Sierra is in a good position.
Ну, пока да, пока для тебя все изи. Учитывая, что ты 100 тысяч залил. Хотя 3 в 3. И БМФ без
Matthews
хп.
down. 50 seconds left.
They walk many.
Secret for now will be denied. And
Ну
they
да,
have
они
to
А
do
сейчас
that
заходят,
away,
там
and
один
there's
чел на
no
девятке.
surprise they're going
И
for an
все.
A-hit.
Фри раунд.
Up in heaven, you got one. We're going to really only spot for information. Beyond that, not a lot there. And so, good Molotov, they maybe heard the tick. Most likely did, but nonetheless, bomb goes down and Fnatic look to secure 12. And I say, they'll be getting it as well. Christo maybe waits for Zero. They don't have a kit here, so there's no real chance for the retake. Unless Zero starts running in a moment. Maybe it creates opening for Christo to walk in with the 5-7. But this one should be 12. In all outcomes, in all different worlds as well. And just about getting an exit or two. That's that. Zero keeps that AK as well. And we move on. Fnatic on map point.
Dude, Fnatic comeback is absolutely real here. Like, this is an insane return to form in a manner that you and I don't think we expected it. I mean, it would be impossible to really expect this, given how they looked in the first half. Honestly, I was so worried for Fnatic that this is a massive surprise, as well as a bit of a relief, really, that they're not going to have the same issues, the same kind of problems that we've seen them so many times before in them. Crazy to think this. And, well, here we go. Round 23 could be very much our last. Unless Ecstatic pull into overtime, we're going to be seeing Nuke end on a very low note here for them. Damn.
Fear.
Legitimately didn't expect that.
Не, ну
20th kill on the
статики
board,
это,
and so
конечно,
Zero
да.
through the smoke.
Офигенно они играют.
With Ecstatic now. Yeah, they've lost the
За КТ вообще не могут.
lost the plot a little bit here. Now, can we circle back, go back to the force buy after losing the pistol to blame everything on that? Yes, is that true? No. It's just all these rounds that have happened, but it was the start to the show here for the second half. You let Fnatic pick up that momentum with a force buy that lacked inspiration. And then you haven't really changed outside.
всё.
Because I just said last round as
Поздравляю
well,
всех, кто на
allowing
Fnatic лил на
Matthews and
первый.
Blame have to take all the space outside.
Такая легкая
Yeah, it is
победа
now the
достаточно.
second time Fear walks through the smoke to find a TMB. And I think the last 2 or 3 rounds he's done that now. So Fnatic, they're about to secure map number 1. It's 13-10. And unless something goes horribly wrong, that's exactly what we're going to be sticking with. Fear, his 3rd kill for the round, and he might as well get an ace here, but it's not happening. He's not set up for these positions, at least not the squeaky duel. That's 1 more to go, and the round, the game, map number 1, excuse me, is about to be done. Lane F stays alive, Burmy missed a shot, Matthews to trade it out. And
That's
Fnatic
it.
is on the board. And it comes from Ecstatic
Ждем
Fnatic as
Inferno.
well. It goes into the veto itself here, where Fnatic, they have had good results. That first half, it was just a lie.
Yes.
They just didn't perform. They just did
Yeah.
not have a good time. It was
They
7
just
or
didn't
6
have
in a row.
anything.
6 in a row before.
They had nothing.
Yeah, Ecstatic, they were running with this one 8-4, and then you blink, and it's the CT half that is lacking response. Because Fnatic kept going outside. There was no... They didn't have an answer from Matthews and Blame F just swinging them in main. And usually you just said another player there. It's not a massive problem. But then you have these rounds where Fear kind of walks through Squeaky Smoke twice. So you can't ever really sit still or be happy on that A defense either, because you never know if
you
Fierce
know
is
you
going to shoot
can't.
you in the back.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
just a...
you know you can't.
It is a very well crafted T side there for Fnatic. And then when the CT side don't adapt to it, if it's working, don't fix it. You know, that's the thing. It just kept working and working. So they had no reason to try to change things up there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. No point in making massive differences because, simply put, everything kind of aligned together very well for them. And in the end, the result is clear. It's a win for Fnatic. They avoid having to bow down to Ecstatic, and this is where things get very dangerous very quickly for the side of Ecstatic, because now we go on to Fnatic's map choice, and it's gonna be a tough one. I have my doubts, especially with Inferno being next. You and I both know how tough of a map it is, how quickly it can go all wrong. So it's going to be a lot here on Ecstatic to make sure they do not repeat the same mistake.
I mean, Inferno at least has been a map where they've been fairly decent on as well in the past. It's been
that's fair.
But it's been one for Fnatic. The core hadn't been that great. It's been really Fear and Burmilov kind of that have been decent or good enough on it on the past. Fear, especially in Passion, was really good on this map to kind of call and set up things. So trying to reform the Fnatic map pool, absolutely. And I want to see what they'll get out of it. I have hopes. Kind of the same issue, though, I had with them picking a Barrage over and over again when they didn't get the results they wanted. So I want to see what they can now do if they've had a couple of days or a week or so. The last time they played it was on the 1st of the month. So they've had about 9 days to clean up their game here. So
maybe it's enough.
Maybe it's enough, but brand new team, so many changes, so we need to see what they want to do on their map picks, because this is still a chance for them to close it out. They took Ecstatic's pick away, and now we head toward that second map after a bit of a break, ladies and gents. So don't go too far, or do nonetheless. Go get yourself some water, coffee, whatever you might need, breakfast. Do what you want. Not your dad, but nonetheless, we'll see you guys in about 10 to 15 minutes for that second round of the series. It's going to be Inferno. Don't go too far. We'll see you in a bit. Alright, welcome back, ladies and gents. We are ready for map number 2. It's gonna be Inferno. It's gonna be, I forgot the Fnatic versus, oh my, Ecstatic. My mind's gone a bit of blank. Sorry, I'm not having a great morning today. I just woke up, I disassociated from everything. I just had a moment of what is happening, and it's carried on. I'm gonna try to work through that, but for now, let's continue. Fnatic versus Ecstatic. Rhymes a little bit.
Yes.
Wonderfully done. But we're headed to Fnatic's map. I think it's gonna be Inferno. It's a map where they haven't played in 9 days. They've had 1 out of 5 games, resulting in a win. And they picked into it. Now, with the sort of hopes or previous experience almost of the same exact thing they had on Mirage, where they barely had results, they kept picking into it, they kept practicing it until it got better. I can kind of hope for something decent here, but my problem is that Mirage is the map that they put in a lot of time into, absolutely, and that is the kind of pick that we've seen them go for a lot now. So, into Inferno, I don't know as much what they have in store. And that's a cause for concern a little bit, I'd say. Opinions?
I guess, yeah, we could go as far as saying that it is a little bit of a cause for concern. But alas, we ain't done just yet. It's, as you said, second map Inferno here. We're going to kick off with the pistol. Ladies and gentlemen, let's jump straight into it. And Lele is going to be going into Banana. Oh! Oh, Ecstatic, you cheeky buggers. That was beautiful. Pushing down Banana, countering them perfectly. 3 players is enough to hold the whole team of Fnatic at bay.
You'd hope it is. Against those Glocks, you never know. But this time, it started off the right foot for Ecstatic. And we heard in this one as well. Ecstatic in the past, in a couple of different, or with a different variation of their team, they've been fairly alright with this map.
Yes.
You know, at least given passable results. So they have plenty of practice even with the core here as well. But it's not the bread and butter. It's not their prime map by any means. So we might get to see something scrappy, or we might get to see the basic Inferno where it's nades thrown, you respect those. But this time,
or you don't.
no respect. Because 1 and 2, the trade is there immediately. The B side gets taken over by Fnatic as they swarm their way in. Continuing.
Oh,
Nothing just swarming. Looking to control.
Oh yeah, this could be a secondary as well.
Oh.
Saira goes in 1 by 1. 1 by 1. Ecstatic, not like this. Ooh, that's tough. Yeah, that's very tough. Nut. I think it's time to nut the hell out of here as, round is done. Fnatic force up, go towards B, and once again succeed this time. Well, not once again, but rather succeed this time, I should say. Impressive, to say the least, as well as a little bit concerning. Ecstatic, you've lost a fair bit of your players. You're going to lose your last one as well, and you might have dealt damage to Fnatic, but they just forced up and won. They got the bomb down. They got 5 kills. This is like best case scenario for them, despite the fact that they've lost 4.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing as well, right? It's even worse when you realize Fnatic is on the T side and Ecstatic with the CT economy.
Reset.
Yeah, I mean, a force buy is really is the only option here. But
yeah,
they've gone for the weirdest buy I've seen in a long time.
Yeah. See, the thing
Zero's
is,
got 5-7 in armor. Unlevel's got a smoke and a deagle, no armor. Not has a smoke and a 5-7, and then you've got
no armor. Yep.
just about 1,000. So it's like a mini investment and eco next round as well. So they will have full utility for the gun round and 2 rounds to go.
It's a double eco
decent choice. They've got some utility here, like a couple of smokes. That's fine. That's fair.
What I like is,
probably
sorry to interject here. I have to interject, and I just have to say this. I really like this buy because it gives them the option to still fight, but it doesn't commit them to it. It's not like you need to win in order to make this buy work, but rather, okay, if we can deal damage, it's fine. If we can't, it doesn't matter. We'll have enough money, and as you said, utilities will be available next. And it's more like, let's condition Fnatic into thinking that the next round might be an eco as well, which it will be to a degree, but you could see a half buy. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they get a lot of damage here, maybe save a rifle. I wouldn't be surprised if they might actually rebuy Ecstatic if they're crazy enough. Or not rebuy, but rather actually invest. But those are crazy thoughts. Let's hope that they don't come to fruition, as we're going to see mid-control, and this is pretty much done deal.
Yeah, TMB was
Ecstatic.
fighting his demons to push that smoker. No, it lost that.
Yeah.
And there you go. I mean, hey, 1 kill.
Yeah,
That's
one
not
kill.
the lot of damage you were hoping for. Or trying
No,
to set up
no.
here, but it's 8 damage.
That sounds so bad when you put it that
sounds
way,
so
but it is
terrible.
in fact it is in fact terrible. Yeah, 8 damage, because that's exactly what it is. It's like you got a kill. Okay.
Yeah, that's not really setting up the next round, but it's completely fine because Ecstatic knew
Yeah.
what they were going to be going for as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, yeah.
Inferno, you do need util on that CT side, so it's a round like this and eco
Exactly.
in the next one. It's fine.
And it's not only it's not only the fact that, you know, CT you have to eco next, but it's CT sided. You need to have that utility out for you. You need to have that firepower with you. It's vital to deal with the T's and, you know, injecting themselves onto your side of the map.
All right. Should be easy enough if that last one was as well, but in rounds like this, you have little to or nothing to lose. Everything to gain.
Преимущество у
You
атаки
can
в
send your
основном.
players to the same position. Right here, we see a 5-man
Ну, на
barrage that
таком
will be
тире у
placed.
атаки.
Idea is nice. We'll see, maybe it gets like 1 kill, but as soon as it's spotted, it should just be run A as fast as you humanly can. Or start no-clip it across the map, because that just might be the exact same deal they're going for. But blame F. Eco Cobra.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, they don't even run it. They just go for it.
No. They just go for it. I respect that. I love it. Very straightforward action.
I mean, if you have the Max 10 getting contact, finding 1 and 2 immediately on the spray transfer for a Mac 10.
Тут просто суть в том, что 2-0 скорее всего будет. Потому что эстетики что-то не проснулись.
Handled, everything is well. Fnatic 3-1.
Тут даже пофиг, где преимущество.
Now, a couple of wait, is that? Okay, for a second I thought Fear had a unsilenced M4, but that's just the jersey blending into the Galil there. But as I was going to say, if I can remember. Yeah, so my possible concerns for Fnatic are that the individuals won't be activated to the same effort, right? You had last T side pretty much relied on Matthews and Blame F outside of control, Fear lurking. So you got to make sure you can set these players out. But Inferno's got to be a map where you played so differently than Nuke every single time either way.
Ну блин, это спорное как будто.
So
Не знаю.
I kind of want to see what they have in store for us here.
Oh, absolutely.
Ну, Ecstatic получше
How well
Inferno.
thought of a game is it going to be, really?
У Fnatic что-то вообще статы нет.
But here,
Ну,
Ecstatic,
я думаю,
despite
ТБшка, да,
the fact
должна
they
быть.
ecoed that last round, they went for the utility buy for this one. They don't really have a lot of it remaining. It's the first minute of Inferno. You gotta respect it. That is Matty's thinking he had a timing. Utility deployed and out towards mid. Is still gonna be the play here eventually, but it's gonna be a bit of a slower turn for this moment of wait. Shadow found, advantage gained.
Oh,
The
this
next
could
one,
work for Fnatic
still
very
Zero
well.
out from long. He's waiting for
Oh,
his
he
own
missed the
chance,
short.
but this time on Bummy Love.
Oh no.
And that's
The timing there was critical.
Yeah. 8 retakes. You fancy these? Because I don't.
No, and you're probably not the only one.
Yeah, it's really onto a timing. Oh, yeah, there you go. Got
Okay,
Chris still
burn it off.
thinking. First shot now
Yeah.
hit. Do you want to go for it?
I feel like you have to try at least, right? You got the kill, you got the entry, you got that security to begin. The problem is the follow-up, and it's not gonna be there.
Yeah, door slammed in your face.
That's the problem. And the solution, well, to this problem is effectively running away and saving.
God, I love doing my Jame cosplays.
You're not the only one, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I mean, that's a valid round for Ecstatic to save in.
Yeah, absolutely. It is. It is.
Don't know why I thought Blade Myth was a CT there. My mind's playing tricks on me, man, I'm telling you. It's a rough time being out here, being the greatest office player known to man.
Greatest office.
It's causing a mental taxation on me.
Well.
And I'm
Office
dropping
or no
30 in a
office.
losing game of like 12 or 13-7, man.
I feel you. I feel you.
That's the only game we, by the way, lost on and off. It's just to go on a bit of a tangent here. We played it like 6-7 times and only lost once. And every time we're dropping like 25 or 30. It's so much fun. It's so much fun just rushing at them on that CT side or T side. I love it so much.
I mean, Office is great, honestly.
Yeah, it's fun. In CS2, maybe now, or at least we're getting lucky if we haven't had any cheaters. Like, CSGO was just hackers the entire time and cheaters.
Yeah, that was
Ну,
unfortunate.
13-7 это жестко, да.
We haven't had any.
ТМ брать
That's,
всегда
very
опасно.
lucky.
Такая
In
себе
my
ставка.
I
stack of
know
players.
that apparently
Не, ну
the
хотя, может,
new
зайдет, потому что
AIAC,
статики не могут вообще
anti-cheat
ничего
is
показать.
supposedly already in effect, so...
I've still yet to see it do anything.
I will say this, I've had a live ban during my matchmaking game on Premiere about 2 weeks ago, before the season changed, like before the season switched up. I saw a live ban in the game, like in round 10 or something.
There's like a Bigfoot sighting. Like, is it real?
Yeah, legit. It's like it's one of the rarest. It's harder to get this than a knife. Like you're sooner gonna open up a knife in a case than get a vac ban live.
Here? This is getting a little
we are getting ecstatic removal from A. This is best removal Fnatic 101.
A bit rough here almost, because you have not still on balcony. Christos rotated too long to cover for this as well. They've got a crossfire to go and deal with. Oh.
And I guess they're not using any PPO.
Там, может, чел уже не могу.
Elaborate.
Он
Not
читает.
familiar.
Personal protection
Жесть.
equipment, like protection. Yeah, personal
Ой.
protection. How do you call
No,
it?
Christo is the protection here.
No,
so-
это 24.
PPE, personal protection equipment.
чел в
There we
спине.
go.
How about
In any
Crims?
case,
Had a 1v2 previously.
Crims.
Ah.
Oh, he's gonna
Sees it
check the
again.
flank.
What
He's gonna
happened?
find it. 40 seconds. He's got the time.
Yeah.
Oh, Crims.
His
You
round.
Sneaky god. I love it.
Smoke down.
Smoke up
Christo
mid. Yeah,
can't swing
absolutely.
into it and just wait and wait and wait.
Oh, I think Crims goes back A here. No? Okay, never mind. For a second there, I thought he might walk back into the smoke and go A. But it seems like the decision has been made. B is the place to hit. And, well, Christo, he's going to be late for this. He had the same idea as Crims here. Or rather, as I, not Crims, to stay on A, to maybe think that he's going to walk that smoke. Instead, the bomb's already planted. He goes on first box, expects him on banana. That's a good read by Crims. The problem is he gonna stay here for as long as he's
Вы его не
looking
прочитаете.
to win this, right?
Невозможно.
Because usually you recommit to a different spot if you don't have contact for the next, 20 seconds. But Crims,
That's an insane
My man's
angle to
patient.
hold in a post plant. That is an
it's
insane.
it's not just insane. It's absolutely criminally like it should be an asylum case. This is like you're going into into the crazy asylum for that one. But yeah. Like I said, there's a timing that you usually go for, right? 10, 15 seconds, you kind of hold, right? Maybe. And then after a good 20 seconds, you're going to start thinking about CT. You're going to think, wait a minute, what if he's already there, right? What if he's going to peek me from CT? Crims, though, I mean, that is... he just stands there for like 25, 30 seconds.
I mean, if he's not swinging from CT in that time, it just gives him confidence. You just keep a side eye on it, he's not there.
That's fair.
All right. 5-1. Crims, a second 1 vs 2 in this series so far. Had one on Nuke that came up very clutch for them. And currently they're leading 5-1 now because of him. And also his stats. Coincidence? I think
I
yes.
think not. Maybe. I think
yes.
yes. I think
Or
yes.
is it TMB 1 and 5? Is that the issue? We'll see.
We'll see.
Superstition, clearly a real thing.
Yeah, we believe. We're believers, aren't we?
Sure. Some caster's curse, some hijinks.
We've had our own fair amount of magic moments. Good nade. Good advantage
Speaking
for
of magic,
Ecstatic.
I do have something to show you later. Try to remind me, because I will not remember.
Oh, okay. Now you're getting me all giddied up. I want to know what.
You'll see. But for now, Fnatic, they're off B. Back towards A they go, and this is when they've had Crims in apartments the entire time. It's just the power position that lets you rotate it back if the CT side don't decide to take the fight to you. As long as you hold it, you've got a chance to go back to reap the rewards of not fighting 2 and nearly a third as well from it. But 1v3 is required, blame F. Sadly for you, doesn't have the HP. Or sadly for him. And Zero closes things out, and that is going to be Ecstatic. Second round of the board, and it comes from a very good not 2k there. Deals the damage, takes the advantage, and Ecstatic, dare I say, jolly about this round. Not ecstatic just yet, but they're getting there.
Tactical pause. A moment here for Fnatic to talk this one through. I presume Fear has a lot to say, perhaps input from the coach even. You know, I imagine Castle has a lot of words here for his proteges. The fact that, you know, they win a clutch like that and it's still not enough to persevere through the next one. Ecstatic, 2-5, and let's see if they make it to a third. Surely they don't want to repeat the mistake of the pistol. Let's not forget they won the pistol, lost the round right after, and that made them go up against a 5-1 scoreline. Meanwhile, for Fnatic, they have ample opportunity here to really solidify their T-side advantage and hope to progress that towards a potential 7 or 8 even. Fan of banana control. Spots are on point. Anlele ready. Fear absolutely without reaction there. And Fnatic once again lose the entry with Blame F on 1 HP. You've got yourself set up for a win, Ecstatic. Let's see if you do get it. Chris 2 on Matties.
Enough to completely bow Fnatic out of this A site and potentially the round. Yeah, they're in T-spawn.
Yep, they're saving.
Wow. Incredibly reserved and
yeah,
maybe valid. Right, you've got 1900 loss bonus.
I believe,
I don't know. I mean, I think it's got to be an
I
eco
think
next round. Or at least a half buy. That's yeah, half buy. That should be the case here.
well, if they all survive, which they will, I think they're just buying. I think Crimson, Bermilov, they'll drop a Galil, maybe 2 of them even. Like, they have 2 Galils to buy. Utility will be available for Fear. Matty's not sure, but I think it's 2.4. No, actually, no, you're right. It's 2.9. Yeah, you're right. Never mind.
1.9.
Actually, 2.4. No, what am I talking about? One lost round. Yeah, 1.9. What am I talking about? God damn it. Yeah, my bad. One lost round. Yeah, there we go. 1.9. So, honestly, I wouldn't mind them buying here.
I do.
The better idea would be to eco, absolutely, no doubt there. But yeah, there's the buy. I wouldn't mind this.
It's fine.
Either. Yeah.
Nothing that Inferno as a T map doesn't really let you get away with. Because you can just trade things out, play pack mentality, and it will work out a fair bit of the time. So you have the utility around that, you're fine. No issues. Just yet. But out of control. It's just got to be utility flying through, and this is the most basic Inferno you'll see. The first minute, 40-ish seconds maybe, it's just got to be wasted almost. Throw utility and greetings in hopes that someone's going to take that damage. Ooh, good damage there. Nazis. Down to 24, now they kind of look to vacate the B side and a banana as well. Or actually, no, I lie. I'm lying here. Just wait it out. And there's that first minute off the clock. And let the round begin.
Let's kick it off.
Fnatic, did you, is that lost in delay, maybe? There we go. Getting things started finally. Nothing towards A, right? We've had these lurks for Crimson Boiler. Let them have that control if they want to. Now they have nothing as a full commitment on B. And to decide they want to go, they're jumping through the M4 here, but TMB still finds one before reloading on the site. You only have Unlily, and they know exactly where that info was. One planted, 4v4, it's a retake, and 2 T's very wounded. Makes the retake a bit easier. So you're the man with the util, the man with the first kill. Fear is down.
Oh, this could still work for Fnatic, though. They need that first kill here now.
Swing
As-
Crims. Oh, that second.
Crims! Oh, oh, wow, that was nasty. Double for Crims. Gonna go for the triple. Crims bringing in the old days here, channeling his inner demon. What in the world? Okay. Okay. That's more than enough.
Oh, this is awkward for Chris, too. Oh, very awkward now. And that's an all they can get. Why, literally for no effort. Although choosing not to take it. That is one hell of a round. Now, we're having a good game out of Crims here, it seems. Right, we kind of
Yes, we are.
put the spotlight on him a little bit as well, saying maybe he's not hanging with the big boys anymore. Maybe can't really put out those same numbers. He's relegated to a supportive player. And looking at the players around him, it makes sense. But it's just kind of like a steady aggro. He'll deliver very much similar performance, in my eyes at least, as him. Very similar performance almost every time.
He's gonna be stable enough in order to put him somewhere on the side, and he's still gonna guarantee you kills, right? That's the thing. He's not maybe gonna make the big plays, the massive amounts of hat tricks and, you know, aces, but he will deliver a performance for you here. And
1v2s, that 3k.
yeah, he's delivering on all points here. That's for that's for sure. But alas, that's not what you expect out of him, perhaps, every single time. Because you still have Matty's Blame F for that. And starting off, kicking into high gear. Let's see.
Ooh, baby, okay.
Wow.
Couple of big ones
that
for Not
goes-
Nuts. Holds on to the pit's position as much as he can. Zero's got himself another and round in the hands
Is
of
gone.
Mr. Crims. Will not go his way.
The entry didn't really help much, and it doesn't make much of a difference. Ecstatic will find the fourth, and we see their CT side coming back to at least maybe make a statement for a 6-6 first halftime. That would be fantastic, given the circumstances. And I gotta say, they seem to have woken up a little, at least a little bit as well. They're playing pretty well off of one another, helping each other. The crossfires are being set and kind of ordained instead of ignored. We don't have that early start where we saw the one-by-one walk into death kind of moments for Ecstatic. So right now, everything going according to plan. And Fnatic forced onto an eco. This first half is set to go potentially 6-6, depending on that final 12, and whether or not Fnatic will have something to say about it.
I mean, this is a very similar situation to what we had on Nuke in this exact situation for Ecstatic.
Yeah, and it went 8-4 for Fnatic.
Yeah, though here you've only got Glocks and one Deagle, so 8 seems out of reach, but 7. I can hear you out on that one. Oh my god. Why is Zero committing to the spray with no one to assist him? I don't know.
Good question.
But they have
No
gotten away
answer.
with an AK now. Give it to Blame F. He's the man with the armor. He's the raid boss here. And 2 players to trade in Fear and Burmy Love. Bait almost, you could say. And 40 seconds remain. They are being given a space here in brackets. They've got Unletterle from long holding in library. He'll watch and watch, wait. Let his teammates know that there's going to be some sort of play happening. Matty's the man with the bomb. Can't really afford it to go venturing into CT, but the T side, they're not getting past this crossfire ever. And it's 1, 2, 3, and it is round done. Ecstatic are going to take this fifth one. And here we go.
It begins anew.
A okay half of Fnatic so far. I really would like that 7 for that belief that they'll be fine here. They start off, what,
But-
5-1 here.
To be fair, 6 is perfect for Fnatic, though, still.
It is fine, yeah. It's just the
T-side.
way they start. I have maybe qualms or
Yes,
issues that I would love to see that
expectations.
7th, yeah, still for that second round,
Yes.
because I'm a bit afraid. CT side wise.
Yes, I see where you're coming from, and I absolutely agree with you. I think the expectations would be a little bit higher here for Fnatic, given the start. But hey, at the end of the day, we can't blame them. They're going to be going into this last round with what they have and what they can muster up. And hopefully it's going to be enough for them. Otherwise, we could be looking at a 6 as halftime. I mean, 6-6 is as good as it gets as well, given the circumstance again. But Crims with not entered on A. Oh boy, this changes the dynamic of the approach perhaps itself as Matties finds Syra. There's the 7th, maybe. Oh boy. Things are getting a little bit heated now.
Can I get a Mickey Mouse oh boy from you, maybe?
I don't know I can hit the right tones, but I can certainly try. As Fnatic, they don't need to try too much. They win the round and they secure a pretty nice, I would say, pretty nice advantage for themselves in this first half, regardless.
Yeah, I am happy with this 7th round here because I'm completely honest. I'm very afraid of that CT side from Fnatic. On Nuke, it doesn't look amazing. They've had these issues on, I think, a fair few of their CT sides, actually. So, I am worried for, I think, good reason at the moment. 7 gives me that confidence they'll be fine-ish. They'll manage. But Ecstatic, they know what they're up against here. Backs against the wall in the series. They can't afford to lose this map. Otherwise, it's, well, down 0-1. So, in terms of pressure, it's not the absolute, you know, biggest game of their lives ever. It's not going to be. But it would still be nice to get some confidence. You kind of bombed out at the previous series 0-3. You would have liked to change that. It's now a 4 losing streak. And before that, they were on a fairly good streak as well of winning. So, last week or so, they've had a bit of a slump. Or, last 2 weeks, they've had a bit of a slump. But last week, they've had a bit of a break. So, let's see what they can do now. Give us something to believe in. That could be said for both teams. I just want to see a clean CT side from Fnatic, I think.
I have to agree with you. I have to agree with you, truly. Clean CT side for Fnatic would be nice to observe. And a good T side for Ecstatic and TMB.
Yeah, more than anything as well. It's the 5 Inferno games that Fnatic have played. They've got a 36% win rate on CT. Now, a very few of those games were still before Fear, but those were like the closer ones with 13-9, 13-11 against Navi and Eklot, so... And then against Rare Adam. So they've only really had 2 games with Fear and Birmingham on here. 1 win, 1 loss. See how it goes for now. It's the A defense that needs to stand. Crims burned out of his position. Exposed, but they're not going to look at him. He gets 2 for free. Fear through the smoke. It's got another one. This is Ecstatic immediately just in trouble for not doing their due diligence, not checking their corners or smokes, and Molotov positions! Watch out for that one as well. Blame F, that is a big mistake from him. And it's given Ecstatic the post plant on long now. Matthews to clutch things up here at least has the grace. The bomb is out of sight immediately. Set up, and there's the first one. Swinging into it. And figuring out where has Chris 2 gone. Has the right idea. But the timing for Chris 2 is so off here that he's not going to know. Matthews, even if he finds this, surely would have been a bit out of time. But maybe not. Nonetheless, it doesn't matter because it is going to be Christo. And it's that timing he walks with. Creep it all the way through long and back to short. Great timing. Ecstatic.
Well played.
6th round, and that is Christo's 4K as well, by the way.
Yes, it is. And it's going to be Ecstatic making the return journey here. Looking to bring it back in their own favor. Whether or not they do so, we're about to find out. We kick off into round 14. Should be an eco. And it is. Fnatic can't really stand against this. Very straightforward approach so far. It's been pretty much just all 5, 1 position, execute, go kind of thing. And I like it. The simplicity of it gives them enough of a starter kind of momentum as well as confidence to to not feel under pressure of, I need to do this, but rather, let's just do this, and nobody has to think of what happens if they fail, because they don't feel that pressure on them. And it makes them that much more invincible. As the full eco actually finds a kill, that's Syra on Banana, but that's where the fun ends, as the rest of the squad tunes in, and a single Mac-10, obviously not a point that, you know, not a weapon you save too much with, as Crims gets caught even, and TMB just keeps farming. Fair.
Pistol demon almost, Matties. Oh, Birmingham, he's dead. The bomb will claim his soul. Ecstatic. Now walk away with this round in their pocket. It's not going to be for free, so in terms of a eco round for Fnatic, that's still pretty good. You take down TMB and Zira. And now you move on to number 15. This is where Fnatic and Ecstatic kind of showed their different sides. On Nuke, Ecstatic went without force by after losing the bomb. Here, Fnatic, they decided, no, it's still a close game. They can work with the some lacking utility of Molotovs and HEs on a player or two. They'll be fine, and I love the idea they go for here as well. They're lacking util. Go aggressive. Make up for that lack by getting an opening or two. This is exactly how I want to see these rounds play out. You're lacking something, go get the advantage then.
Exactly so. Go get the advantage, see what you can pick up.
And 5v3. That's all you have to do. Now you just play passive. You now you have a crossfire set up on site somewhere, and you're good. It's Ecstatic who have to come back into this one, and as long as you play this one fairly deep, you should be fine in most cases. Here as well on B, you have Fear, who's holding out a current smoke. He's got a Molotov as well. There's that contact, smoke down. And Ecstatic, for now, they're not going to be allowed on B. It's not like they were going to be committing either. They have Sierra still on A to make a potential situation out of this. TMB is going to try to fake out B, though. Could perhaps pull a rotation if it's convincing enough. I doubt it, but we'll see.
I don't think so, man.
Just the smokes. They're going to be a bit late as well. Only one makes the noise. That Molotov is going to at least, you know, let Fnatic sit pretty for a couple more seconds. But as soon as they spot anything... Oh, no, they should... No, this is a rotation, but they still have 2 on A. That's all it really should take. Now they know, yep, it's nothing to be.
Yeah.
And we leave it on the 2 in pits. A bait and switch. Bermilov down he goes, but guess who's here? It's Big Ben. One found, and let alone the bomb plant, and that'll get denied as well. Bait and switch does its job. You play to the advantage. Fnatic, they do well. That's 8 on the board.
Yes, it is. Ecstatic, splitting up, trying to fake out with TMB. I respect the hustle, but unfortunately it doesn't work. They used their last time out as well. Fnatic right now storming forward. They've got a little bit of cash. The bank hasn't really been established, so this is perhaps ample opportunity for Ecstatic to strike back. I could see them returning the favor here and bringing themselves back into action, but it all depends again on what they do here. I said it before, at the start of the second half, they played together. They went into rounds with all 5, you know, basically taking the same positions. Now they've split up a little bit. We see the results of that, and perhaps time for a little bit of a change again, depending on what they do in this coming up. As here we go. Deep smoke banana. They're gonna take it. Sure. Flash. Should be mollies. Yep. One molly. Oh, both mollies extinguished. Oh, that is a beautiful counter smoke by Ecstatic, actually. That's going to force the rest of Fnatic to keep on throwing utilities down banana. Both mollies had been extinguished. They don't know if there's anybody else there. Meanwhile, quick moves by Ecstatic. With Apps control, they're going to split out top mid. Love this Nexus. This is going to be a fast A take. But seemingly Fnatic ready for it.
It will be
Wall of smokes.
players on the site, but that is an intriguing choice. A very good one to clear out pit immediately. Second one has been seen. Up the graveyards, one more to go. The T side, they are going to be running rampant over the bomb side here with only one on the side. Very love. Tech Knight in the face. And the side cleared by Ecstatic in terms of a round, that is beautifully executed. I love seeing this creative one. It's been so long since I've seen a wall of smokes on A. It's been since CSGO, since I've seen anyone
It's
try
been
this.
since Go probably 216, 217 that I've last seen it.
No. This is what people were running in 2019, 2017. In that, or during those times they were running it. It's been so long that it feels fresh.
Keep in mind, for a time, Inferno had the air, like, how do you call it?
Skybox.
Oh my god, skybox. Yes, thank you. The skybox that you couldn't throw through, and then they fixed that. Like at the start of Go, I remember we were throwing nades into banana and into B from second mid because there was no skybox. And then when Go really started to ramp up things, Inferno getting the first change, skybox was removed. It was in fact implemented again, so you couldn't throw that, or they raised the buildings, etc. And now, now finally it's something that we get to see again, which is nice.
I vividly remember running exits like this back in 2017 to not 20, pretty much. It's a quite the fun one when it works out, because it does isolate the pit players so difficult, like makes it so difficult. In CS2 now, though, the issue is you can't really do that all too often, because if that CT side have even one HE, they can blow up that smoke and it'll make the isolation so much worse, so much harder to actually pull off.
Yeah.
But in this round, you can absolutely pull it off as a surprise round. And Ecstatic, they get away with it. They take that 8th. And now, you got some issues. You got some trouble.
I'm not sure what's happening with one of the players, but apparently there's some internet issues on Ecstatic, so hopefully they'll be able to resolve that ASAP. Fnatic back onto an eco. Meanwhile, so much for their quick success potentially here, as all that hard work now thrown to the wind.
Yeah, not the most ideal situation, but it is what it is. So here, Ecstatic, they're finding themselves back in the game. They want to take this to the 3-map series. They want to take this to that train. Yesterday's Kato finals, didn't get to see that train, did we? So,
no, a 3-0 blowout. I didn't expect it for Spirit, but Vitality just played a hell of a lot better. Robs and Zaivu both had like 70 kills, something like that, in 3 maps.
Man, I had it on my second monitor. I was kind of watching every now and then. The entire time I watched it, I don't know why, I saw in my mind that Spirit won Dusters. I was like, oh, we're getting trained. Then it ends on Mirage. I see a tweet notifications like CS tweeted, your champions. I go back and look, wait, what? Spirit lost in Dust 2?
Yes, they lost it.
I thought the entire time it was them who won it. So I just got extremely confused because I just missed that third map pretty much as I was playing myself.
Self-debated, self-gaslit as...
Successfully so, I love it.
Yeah, exactly. As we get ready for round number 17, we're back in action. Seems like everything's been fixed. Everybody's prepared to move on, and we are going to be going into a round eco here again. Blame F, the only one with a rifle. They're going to boost B, stack B, hope that it works, but again, this round is effectively lost. Should be 9-8 almost. Ecstatic, as soon as they realize what's up, they'll have no problems cleaning it up. Although, there's the one solution to this problem that you don't want to go for is going into a B exec and walking into B here. Even if you are feeling confident and you know you're going up against a stack, there's always a chance the stack will break you, that they'll find you vulnerable in some positions, and I hope that's not the case. Let's find out. Checking first box. They are going to be walking into a stack. Nexus. All the time.
Dodge flashbangs, potentially. There's one. Drop off the boost. They think it's going to be them running away, and Blame F is at least correct. They now know with the M4S, but they're going to keep pressuring this. Kill into Bermilov might have almost baited them to go back into it as well, but Blamev still is scurrying towards A. Timing is what matters here. Not goes down. It's the round back on. Might have started with just one M4 and pistols. But this one with the 4 versus 2, Christo's making all the noise, and Crims is hide and wait. It has to be cleared. It has to be cleared, but there's no trades enough for this because Christo barely manages to survive. 31 HP to his name this round. Down to the post plant it goes.
Syra and Christu in apps. There's a chance this could go well. Syra, he's at 100 HP, so if he fails, that's round gone. He's gonna find one in the back, but Christu gets killed, and now Syra 1v1 action. Debated behind the box, but a 10-second defuse is an impossible one as Fear, well, Fearless holding that line, but not given the choice. Syra goes for the 4K in the end and saves Ecstatic. A lot of defeat, a lot of trouble, and a lot of shame. That round could have gone a lot differently.
Yes, it could have, but they pull it back from the 2v4.
Yes, they
Thus,
do.
a massive round now for Ecstatic to pick up here. Again, giving them a little bit of hope to live even further in this series. And it was the initial concern of Fnatic CT side that I've had here. And add on top, we don't really know how well their individuals will perform here as compared to the nuke. Grims is doing well. The rest, at times, having their moments. This a cheeky setup I do like, but Bermilov almost gets caught. It does take down Syra. A year ago we called that a team kill. Now we call that a decent shot, and not will find a Matties Hella pushed down mid, and it lets them now go back toward that A side and have more free reign over the map. With an entire minute left on the clock to play with.
I have to question that decision. It feels like it's such a wildly out of the blue decision for Matties. Instead of staying in second mid, maybe embedding himself into T-apps, you know, effectively controlling this part of the map plus A site and rotating the rest of them towards B to not let on Ecstatic that, you know, you have their flank covered, that you know that they're B. Now look at what's happening. Ecstatic have rotated back A. This is such a bad... Like, it generally was such a bad move from Matties that Ecstatic have just been given a new lease on the round itself. This could go 10-8 because of the pull of Matties, as we see Fear rotating back to B. There's going to be 2 defenders. Bermilov, if he misses, he will not, at least not for the first. The second as well, Christu. Oh boy, Nut goes out, finds Bermilov, but it's still Crims. If he plays his cards right, he can delay this long enough. And I might believe that's possible, as he's gonna check on the lane apps.
Oh.
And it will be possible. No bomb plant as well, right? Surely.
That's gonna run him down. Don't let him plant that bomb, but they will not. Round 4 for Fnatic, and not will barely live.
Whew. Man. Crazy round.
It's close. That is the second that makes the difference for the bomb plant, oh no. And thus, not no bomb plants, no extra money, nothing for him to work with. And suddenly it's back to 9-9. This really is just a back and forth game now.
It is.
A close affair, and I am enjoying most of it. You know, some of these shenanigans could be seized.
The problem is Ecstatic now have to play a 4-spike again. This is how they won their previous round, and they were able to make an impact.
No, what is this?
Oh, what?
Fnatic!
Oh, disgusting.
Not like this,
this is
man.
disgusting. This is disgusting.
That's
I'm
the
sorry.
shenanigans I don't want to see. These are the exact ones that need the seize.
This is round over.
Oh my god.
Disgusting. What the hell Fnatic just did, I don't know, but I don't even care at this point, because they don't deserve to win a round like this, no matter what they do. I can't believe they actually pulled down middle. I don't understand this decision making. These calls by Fear. I'm sorry, what? Why would you run down middle? Why would you run down middle? You know they have no money. They didn't get the bomb down. Like, they had one rifle, for Christ's sake. What? This is the second round Fnatic literally just blow out of the water because they can't seemingly handle an anti-eco.
That is
think there's time for timeouts here. I think Fnatic should have timed out. Like... But I guess they don't care. Oh boy.
No, that's just a terrible round, and we gotta move on. So do Fnatic, but they reap their consequences for this. First they saw a round to... I don't know. I mean, Ecstatic will be incredibly thankful that Fnatic decided to throw that away, and here we go with the next one is 1M4. Pistols around and hopes that Ecstatic might go towards A to fumble around themselves here.
Nah, there's no chance. Ecstatic is too stable. Fnatic seem to have no clue how to play against anti-ecos, and their ecos are not that much better, unfortunately. I mean, it's a stack A.
They have Blame F in mini pit who can bait his teammates here. Let someone else get contact and swing his head out for something. There's one for Matties. Weak on the USB, Fear goes down, and now it's the pressure is still being put on the side. As long as Blame F survives, there's always a threat here. And he's got two. Surely you're not going to fumble this one. I'm pit. Blame F in trouble. And the round cleaned up by Fnatic. How do we fumble these rounds? Back to back. Please clean up your act, boys. This is not it.
So bad. This is bad CS. I'm sorry to say, but this is just bad CS. Like,
my God.
This is not what you came out to see here, unfortunately. At least I didn't. I mean, what? You have a full buy, you're walking into A, you clearly see it's a stack, and you keep walking into A instead of running into it, but...
Now, I might actually be wrong here, but I'm pretty sure the bomb goes first and dies.
Yes, it did. The bomb did go first and died. Yep, it's true. The bomb went first and died.
My God. Yeah, that's just...
I don't understand the reasoning behind these choices. They are...
Alright,
this is horrible.
You know what, let's just go. This is Inferno. It's gonna be...
Yeah.
We need some variety instead of 75 saves in one half. So, here we go. Blame F on the B side. We'll take down a 2.
Beautiful double.
Going to go down potentially in the second or 2 as well. And we're playing a retake 4v2. This on
the
paper,
bomb plant is massive, by the way.
On paper, you know how this goes, but we'll see.
Yeah. No, but the bomb plant is massive here. This is a lot of money to Ecstatic that they weren't able to scram up, because they would be broke next round if they were to fail here, and which they will. Oh my God, this
Alright,
is insane.
Chris too.
The dude doesn't get a chance. He slow walks the smoke and still gets absolutely clapped. And yeah, that's exactly what happened. Ladies and gents, we are pretty much 11 to 10. Ecstatic, they save their heads because they get the bomb down. Loss bonus is not great. I think it's at 1.9 right now for Ecstatic still. Right? I think it's 1.9.
I don't want to say anything.
Yeah, it was 1.9, I think. Or was it 2.4? Well, whatever it was, it doesn't matter. They force buy. They force buy.
I mean, we're somehow getting to the end of this map, and it's just been...
It's been the team that does less mistakes kind of map.
No,
which is not a great CS game.
This has been exactly the reason I looked at the schedule yesterday and I saw we're doing Fnatic and I just sighed.
Oh, poor guy.
Man, I told you, I have issues with Fnatic in this first month or so of their new team, because it's a massive change. It's got to be growing, but it's got to be so damn painful to watch, and that's exactly what it is. Nuke was great in terms of that comeback, yeah, but the second half was still bad. Here, it's just these rounds that speak for themselves. First, you have not running out of time with a 1v3. A second maybe gets a bomb plant, would have made a difference. Then you have push down mid for Fnatic when they know there's no money. It's shivering my timbers. Syrah, he's about to have 2 kills.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind, that's 1 only. 4 players stacked on A, and they gotta be ready for this. One about is not gonna short. His name is Crims. He's dead. And Blame F.
Are they gonna lose another anti-eco? Like, are you kidding me right now? Are we
baby, let's go.
Another anti-eco loss. Like, this is disgusting. Come on, guys.
Clean up the act a little bit, slip? Please.
Yeah, just somebody show us some good CT rounds. Like, thankfully, Bermilov is I think, mad enough to not let this happen finally. He's like, you know what, guys? I've had enough of this shenanigans. Can we just win one round without having to
Thank you.
frickin' force buy?
Thank you,
And
Love.
yeah, thank you, Bermilov. You just saved all of our asses.
My mental state, my god.
For real, for real.
For all the flack we kind of put on him for maybe dropping off in a performance,
I mean,
or maybe not official, or not immediately having been ready, or showing the promise
Yeah,
of his team.
sure.
He's having a decent game here.
yeah, he's having a good game. I mean, the thing is, we expect a lot more out of him. That's why we put him on the spotlight. I think that's the one thing that people need to understand. Bermilov and Fear, they come from passion, where you and I...
Not Bermilov.
sorry, not Bermilov. Bermilov comes from, not UA.
Mouse.
Mouse NXT. Mouse NXT, right? Yeah.
And then a
Sorry,
bit of a
yeah.
break. Hadn't really been in a team
But
for a while. So it's a massive gamble, I think, right? You're betting
Yeah,
on the future
it is.
potential of one Bermilov.
But
we'll talk
what
about
I
that
was-
if we have more chance to. But for now,
Yeah.
focus on this one, because it could be the end of the series. Loser goes down 0-1. It's
maybe.
not
Let's find out.
elimination. It's nothing massive, but it is Bermilov with passion to find the first one. Blame F second. Out of that, shoot, it looks like it will be the round.
one
and the
delay
game.
left.
All cleaned up here. And it is the final one of the game where we are finally going to have a clean round for
Yes,
Fnatic. To deal with the
we will.
anti-ego, or force by whatever this one is. And I am happy it's over. I hope you know exactly. You're deciding with me in the exact sort of same reason as I am.
No?
This is-
yeah.
This was a pain to watch, and I said it
was.
at the start, I said it on Nuke, I'll say it again, I want to skip this first month or so of Fnatic. I want to see them when they've actually had a time to adjust, but VRS, man, you gotta farm those points! Yeah, let's go, can't miss a game! Come on, just terrible. I hate it.
Or gotta forfeit those games to keep those points.
Oh my god, I hate it.
Bro, that is the I would bid. I mean, I know it's not the team's fault. Like it's Valve's fault that they let this be a problem that can be exploited. Like simply put, Valve need to address this ASAP. But the teams could be a bit more collegiate about it as well. But in any case, Fnatic are your victors, ladies and gentlemen. Fnatic take the series here 2-0 after a very excruciating Inferno. I don't think we exaggerate when I say they need to take a look at Inferno and find new ways to approach to it, maybe. But generally speaking, they showcase that things are looking on the up and up. They're definitely improving from what we've seen of the past from them, and maybe this is the trick. Maybe all you need is a little bit of love, aka
see.
Bermilov.
Yeah, I mean, like we kind of say, we can now go a bit more into that as well, right? Fnatic, they're I say this with a bit of hesitant because I want to believe in it as well, but they are betting on the future potential of one Bermilov. They're kind of betting that he could fit into the system as a very stable, very solid piece, kind of as he was on Mouse NXT. He wasn't the star. He was there to be a supportive late-round AWPer, a clutcher in situations, and
Yes.
that is what he does bring. He brings in a very solid clutch effort, 1v2s. He will do that very easily, I think. But I want to see him be still more active. I want Fear to kind of mold him into some similar plays and styles that Jambo's kind of showing him as well in Passion. And I think if they can do, let's say, even if 30% of that, I think this Fnatic roster will look good, because that's what they kind of need beyond Matthews and Blame F, because they were kind of carrying that nuke. You have those individual moments from them. Here on Inferno, you have Crims, who has a great game and a great series overall with big moments. So in terms of these pieces that we have seen activate, now it's Bermilov, it's been Blame F, Matties, and Crims, and Fear. You have all these pieces who at different times will pop off, will have their time in the spotlight. It's just about kind of coagulating all that into one and becoming a solid unit, which is why I just want to skip this first month. I just want to skip into the next month for Fnatic. I want to see them with more practice and more time.
I feel that. I absolutely understand that. And I think for Fnatic, like I said before, I like what they're doing. I think it's a smart choice to have, Blame F, who's had a little bit of drama around his name, but he's always been a very good player. He's always been a very reliable player. Then you have Crims, who has all the experience in the world you'd ever want from any player at all. And, you know, to have Fear, who's a young gun, to have Burmilov next to them, to have Mattis, who can learn from these two, and then develop the core of Fnatic for the future, right? If this is an investment for the future, then I think it's a very good one. And I hope they keep to it. Obviously, there's going to have to be a lot of work done, but that's the nature of it. It's, you know, once they go through this demo, I'm sure they're going to be laughing at it because they're going to see, like, how many foolish mistakes they did in a way, or at least, you know, weird mistakes in a way. But generally speaking, they get the win here. They avoid the 0-3, that's for sure. They avoid going out in a bit of a blaze of glory. For Ecstatic, things might be a little bit less clear. I mean, they are currently on the verge of starting again a tournament 0-1, potentially going 0-2, potentially going 0-3. That's 2 tournaments in a row. That's where you have to start asking yourself, what is going wrong that keeps on happening?
That is a bit of a scary one, absolutely. But now we'll kind of continue to go through these Fnatic games until we start to see that improvement. And as much as we were kind of saying, okay, they're playing somewhat poorly and not, again, I just have to emphasize this because otherwise people will not get it. They're a brand new team in this situation.
Yes.
You've changed 2 players, an Open and IGL. That's the biggest change you'll probably make ever, along with the coach. A brand new team, a brand new identity has to be formed in this team. And you're kind of gambling on these unknown factors of one such as Burmilov and how will Fear do in an international team now. Again, I mean, he's done this before in a couple of different ones, yes. But to this level, no. He has the experience around him. They can mold something great here. But you need to clean up your act. It's pretty much the bottom line of this one either way. So, at the end of the day, that's what it's really all about.